Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I did not film an intro because I did not realize how long this video was going to be. And let me reiterate that nothing that she's saying in the video, I am stating as fact. If she's alleging something, she's the one alleging something, not me, unless I'm talking about like my perspective based on my personal experience. But let's get right to it.
Which company? I will sit here and wait. And I don't give a shit about your company's, 3-month promo. Where is it that you can go that you can make that amount of money every single freaking month? Tell me.
And if it's so simple and so amazing, how many people in Amare are doing it? I'll wait too. Is it the majority? Quickly, I want to know. And does that amount include what they're financially putting into the company for I don't care what reason? Is it evening out? Is it worth it at the end of the day? Or is this a way to keep people working for free and a little carrot that you dangle to keep them to doing more free labor? Really?
I'm confused. Tell me, I'm waiting. I'm just waiting. Nowhere. I know as a person who's had 100,000 people on their team, the highest my volume has been $2.5 million, you guys, a month, $2.5 million a month. Okay. Being with Amare, in 1 year, we sold $1 million in happy juice. Why? Because it works.
I'm not interested in that. And I really hate when especially top reps talk about these numbers as though it has some sort of close proximity to most of the reps. What the is that number supposed to mean to me when most reps will never see that on a commissions check, on a bonus check? They just use that to, I feel like, blow smoke up the ass of the bottom feeders. Because what the am I, why would I care how many people are buying the products if it seems like, because I've been in MLM, it seems like the reps are the ultimate customers because they're going to be the most invested in new product drops. I would venture to guess that if there was a way to track who is buying up all the product, like when products sell out, if there was a way to track that, I would guess it's probably distributors, not just random organic customers. Because I am of the opinion that, and you can disagree with me, and that's cool, but I am of the opinion, and please think for yourself here, that the real customers are the reps themselves because they're the most invested. Like, who are you really following? If you're on my channel, probably not. But like, are you, if you're new here, are you really following a top boss babe? Just really getting jazzed. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to find out what the holiday drop is going to be so I can buy it right now. Or does it seem like the rep is the most excited because they think they might make money or they're the most likely to buy it? From someone who's in MLM, it's because you're the one excited to buy it because you're the one who's selling it. And you want to be the first in front of all your customers to be like, I got my hands on this. You're the first one to talk about it. So people are going to want to buy from me instead of my friend.
No pun intended. When I was at my lowest low, I saw a friend who I'd known for 10 years dancing on social media, smiling. All she was doing is fucking smiling. And I was about to hop in the shower and I said, we need to talk. I got happy juice probably the next week. I started to drink it. And within 3 days, my mom saw a difference in me. And within 5 days, I stopped crying. And I had cried every single day for 90 days. I can wake up as a...
I think in one of her other videos, she does allude to talking to like some sort of holistic practitioner and some sort of possibly medication. Crying every day for 90 days sounds like ass. Like that sounds horrible and miserable. And so I do not blame her. Okay. I don't think MLM is the way to go, but I do not blame someone for being in an extremely desperate position and being preyed on by an MLM, even if it's inadvertently so. So I don't blame her. Oh yeah, he turned the heat on. You know when you turn the heat on for the first time and you smell the burning dust? I smell the burning dust.
Woman, and as a mom, as a human being, and look you in the eye and say, I know exactly how to help you make $500. I have a product that as you continue to use it, it will continue to work. I'm literally having a conversation with someone this morning who said to me, I've been using such and such products for 2 months and I haven't lost a pound and I feel absolutely nothing and I will not.
Somebody just left a comment that said it works absolutely burned me, and then something about just fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it was one of the biggest like slogans pushed to us by Top Boss Babes. And I want to say in one of these videos that she has posted, she says that, but like for Amare. And I hate it so much because fake it till you make it. How far do you want to take that? Because I had, 3 Instagrams for when I was in MLM, and were any of them successful? No. Did any of them get really good engagement? No. I really just found a way to like annoy more people. Well, I did grate my fingers. I made potato pancakes today. Got a new little grater for your potatoes.
Say what company that is, but it's kind of ironic. I left not because I'm a piece of shit, but because I'm literally not a piece of shit. I left because I'm true to myself. And it took me this long, 2 years of being, even with Amare, of like healing myself, peeling myself back, peeling the layers back, like to be able to come up and just fucking like speak my truth. You know what I mean? I was so scared.
That sucks, honestly. Like I do have to reiterate that I do have a lot of compassion for leaving an MLM as a top boss babe and speaking out against the MLM you left. Like, I feel like we really just don't see this a lot from companies other than like ex-monat boss babes. I think that's the most I had ever seen. Everything else was probably whispers or on other people's channels, and that's maybe because I really don't know. I feel like Monat is the only other time I saw a lot of tea from people who left and went to another MLM, because a lot of times you want to keep your like a positive reputation going because you don't want people to join you and then like not trust you, right? Because now you're exposing all the shit. But I am proud of them for speaking out about these things, even if I feel like there was some dishonesty on their part because they were still recruiting while I'm guessing, still recruiting and still getting customers during this time, even though they weren't standing 10 toes down on everything. So I think that's a little shady, but I think it is pretty big for them to speak about it now, even though it's been years. I am grateful that they're doing that because it gives people who were nobodies, especially like me and other like ex top boss babes, I think a little bit of, not camaraderie, because probably none of us really talking. I know I'm not talking to anybody, but like it might give people some peace, maybe, to feel like they weren't crazy, they weren't making it up, and it was on these bigger levels as well that these things were happening, or like maybe confirming some suspicions. I know for me, seeing some of these things, I'm like, okay, because I've been saying this the whole time, and I was a nobody, so maybe it's different, at the top, but it doesn't seem like for some things it was that different. And in some ways it was.
About Jennifer, and like, who gives a fuck about Jennifer? She's not, I don't even think she's with that company again. Who the fuck cares? You know what I mean? Don't join a company just because the owner gives you warm fuzzies, or the owner gives your freaking upline warm fuzzies. Join something that you know that you're going to be able to come into and every single month follow a very, very simple system to make money. That is what you join. And you're not going to be alone. I know that feeling, that fear of being alone. It's like it's like you want to like, what's that thing where you're like, something's happening and like you make like a chain and like everybody links their arms and you're like, support chain. You want to build like a support chain. But like 6 months from now, there's going to be people who had joined said company and they're just not even going to be there anymore. There's people who went to whatever company, because that's where so-and-so went to. And within 7 months, they're messaging me being like, I made $2,000-$3,000 a month for like 3 months. And then my check was $200. You know what I mean? Like that's how compensation plans are set up. So whoever the heck it was that was like, I thought Amare the same thing. No, it's not, because that's not how our shit's set up. If you get 5 orders every single month, you will make $500 period every single month without promoting, without ranking up, period. Do you know what I mean? So I just think that this is what I think. This is what I feel like the vibe of things are. So first of all, I'm alive and well. I'm here. I'm silent but deadly. Do you know what I mean? And I'm at like a completely different place in my life. Like when I was with Itworks, and times were different. Can we be like real? Like, for goodness sakes, Pritchett. No, I never got any awards at Itworks. Nope. Apparently they didn't give 2 shits that I helped hundreds of thousands of people be able to learn how to build their businesses. Nope. Am I bitter about it? I kind of think it's shitty, but I didn't fit the bill. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I was talking about manifestation. I was told I can't have my podcast.
Do you know who also did not fit the bill in Itworks? I don't I don't remember if she got on stage, but the girl who I cried about, she was a top leader, and now she reads tarot on TikTok. She's into the woo woo stuff. From my time at Itworks that I've seen her to the last time I saw her doing tarot lives on TikTok, she's had an unexpected and interesting run at life. But I am happy to see that it seems like she's left MLM in the dust where it belongs. Really, I'm shocked as a society that we have not all outgrown MLMs. Like, I understand where I was when I was in MLM, but I'm like, it's crazy to see that other people still, like, might have to go through that experience as well to see MLM for what it is, the good and the bad, which I think the bad is the majority.
Or have my course, but someone else had launched their book that was a super religious book, and she could sell that to everybody and their brother, and that was okay. Do you know what I'm saying? I just think that there was some like bias type shit.
Yeah, and while I don't know if she got awards or not, so I don't know if that's sarcasm. I don't know, because I feel like she was like so popular in the company, but she was constantly featured like on team calls, and like everyone was on, like everyone, well, a lot of people were on her calls that she would do. She would host like open ones, and she was on stage. She was on the white couch. So like, I feel like I remember her being on stage and on the white couch, and that's something, even if you didn't get a fucking piece of plastic or a piece of glass, like an MLM from, an award from an MLM, who gives a flying fuck if it's not money. So I'm glad she's not bitter about it. She just feels like it's shitty.
So right now, this is what I'm doing, okay? I am sharing a product that I fucking love. I'm sharing a product that I drink every single freaking day. I'm building a business that is so refreshing. I'm helping people earn a trip, even if they are not a top income earner, which is so freaking important. I know that I can sit here and that I can look at you and you could be like, I need to make $500, and I'm gonna be like, do this. That's it. No promoting. There's no charts. You can promote if you want to promote. There's promoting.
When she talks about charting, she's talking about like how you arrange the people that you're recruiting, or the customers even that you're recruiting. That's kind of what charting is. And so in our company, it was like our job to do that. And so it seems like in Amare, she's saying that's not a thing, which I can see being a breath of fresh air. Because what another thankless task that you don't get paid for.
With a team, there's promoting with no team. You can earn free products every single freaking month. There's no back office and website fees. Like everything that is here is...
Which is the bare minimum for MLM. Like, I understand if we cannot get rid of MLMs, but I feel like every MLM distributor at a baseline, can we all agree, if you're watching this, you're an MLMer, that MLM reps deserve better? Like, why are you paying to join these companies, or even when you can join for free and you're not getting product for free? Because you're not getting paid for the work you're doing. So you're only getting paid when there's like a sale, or you're hitting whatever bonus thing is set up. If and when you qualify for that, if and when, depending on the company, you qualify for your paycheck. Because she knows what I'm talking about. And if you've been around the block, or you've been on my channel long enough, you know what I'm talking about too.
Set up for the normal person, the average person. Because I know that so many of you guys just felt like the whole entire world revolved around just the top leaders. And it actually is like, it kind of fucking sucks, because I'll tell you one thing that was like super disheartening too. We used to have like a top 100 trip, and I worked my ass off. I was top 50, like I was top 10, like my first top 100 trip, I was just top 10, because like that's just how I do shit. Okay, I like go big or I just go home. Okay, so I had people on my team who wanted to do the same thing, and I had a girl who worked her ass off to get into the top 100 trip, and that year they changed it to top 75. And she was so discouraged. She was like, what the fuck? I worked my ass off for this. So then she turned around and she became top 75, and they changed it to top 50. It's just like, it's that kind of shit. It's just so disheartening when like over and over and over and over and over and over and over, you just feel like you don't matter. So like with Amare, you guys next year, you can earn a trip for 2. And if you have a spouse account, you can earn another trip for 2 with airfare paid with only 4.
Notice how she says with a spouse account. Not if your spouse is actively working the business and it financially makes sense for you to do so, your spouse can also work to do this. Notice how there's not like any sort of like language around that to really explain just more fully to like help you understand there are questions that you should be asking. Like, she's wording it like it's so easy. Like, when I was in my company, I could have enrolled my spouse, but it wouldn't have made sense because he wasn't working it. And why would he? Didn't only one of us needed to be humiliated at a time. Okay, not everybody needs to jump on the train. And also, you should not expect your spouse to join your MLM with you. No, please. Keep someone on the outside. Keep someone's brain fresh.
100 points. I have people who this just launched like 2 months ago. Shut up! 2 months ago, and they're already halfway there. I want to go on trips with people who are just normal freaking people. I want to sit side by side. Like, my team knows I had the ability to sit in the diamond seating at convention, and I didn't. I sat with my team. I roomed with my team. I could have roomed by myself in a suite. I could have roomed with other leaders. I was butt to nut with someone's, CPAP mask blowing in my face at night that I actually appreciated because I was so hot. Okay, that's who I want to partner with. So it is freaking.
So this comment, hopefully I was able to put it up for you. It says they made us celebrities, and this is the girl who was in itworks and got a tummy tuck, but this whole time had been talking about the wraps. So she's an amare too, and she was really hard assy, tell it like it is. Like, I remember lives where she was like screaming at people, like on live video. But she said they made us celebrities, and yeah, she was one of them who was viewed as a celebrity, and so was the girl that I had taken a picture with and was like crying over a meeting because she was like super controversial in the MLM space at the time. I think people would be more prepared for it now, but at the time it was very controversial because she was very against cold messaging, or so she would say. And so she didn't get a lot of, or any, I don't know if she got any accolades from the company, but she certainly did not get like on a whole bunch of calls or anything. But I think her highest rank was like triple diamond.
Okay. It is okay that you are not everybody says like, I'm not important, I'm not this. You know what? I was considered fucking important at one point too, and I didn't feel important. I just hope that gives you some perspective. So when you are leaving your company, just know, go wherever you're gonna go. That's fine. Go wherever you're gonna go, do whatever you're gonna do. But I want you to remember in the back of your brain that told you that you're gonna feel warm fuzzy for 6 months and then it's gonna get weird. That most of the people who are going are not going to make consistent.
Why? Because they didn't join amare? Like, I would say this is more of luck and whatever perfect scenario amare has, but you can't prescriptively, like, make it sound prescriptive to where if you join another company, it's only going to be 6 months. Like, that's a weird thing to say when amare is not that special compared to other MLMs. Do they have some slight differences? Sure, that's how they're able to function as a separate business entity than other MLMs, but I don't think they're that special and stand out in a certain way that would give like, oh, you're only going to stay there for 6 months versus if you stayed at amare, you'd at least be in 2 years too.
Amount of money that you probably should have joined someone who is mentally and psychologically able to help you through different roadblocks that you are going to hit as someone who has made multiple 4 and 5 figures.
Oh, yippee. Yippee-ki-yay, except somebody can't help you psychologically, like, in a way that will end up being, like, physically successful in an MLM when everything is still stacked against you. Because if that was true, why isn't everybody in amare on your team at your rank? Oh, because you're qualified to do that, right? Because she says either right after this or at some point in another video about her Jedi mind tricks, the manipulation. Another piece to this puzzle of being successful in an MLM. So she's good at doing that. And she attributes that to being part of why she, is successful in MLM by her markers. And I just think it's interesting that she's saying this part out loud, because if you're not under the spell of MLM, you'll likely see this as a red flag.
Because it is important. If you don't want to just have to bop around to all these different companies all the freaking time. I know that when I went to the company that I was with beforehand, that it looked like it was because of hype, but I want to remind you that I did not tell anybody, and I had no idea that anybody else was leaving. That I had told one person, Jennifer, who can go fuck herself. I just can't. Like, I've learned over these last years, like, one of the gifts that my grandma gave me as she was passing was like remembering who the fuck I am. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, everything that I went through, you guys, like, the last like 3 or 4 years of itworks like fucked me up. And then leaving and just being threatened legally like sitting to like getting served these stupid fucking papers. Like I'm like, I literally could fall off the face of the fucking earth and you guys are gonna try to like sue me over something. Like nothing ended up happening again because there was nothing to be found because I did nothing. Finding Amare was a godsend. Finding these products, finding Happy Juice was a godsend. It was divine timing to sit here and be able to make a 5-figure paycheck every single month. And as I like unravel and heal, I just feel like that's where the world is right now. Like COVID fucked people up. People are afraid of their own shadow. That's exactly how I was. So if you're going to get up and you're going to represent and share a product, why not it be something that's for your mental health? Why not it be something to heal your freaking body?
Well, because that might not be something you're interested in. What if you want to join an MLM and sell the press on nails? Like, what if that's what you want to do? Or sell ugly jewelry on lives? Like, why do you have to do something for your mental health? Like, because maybe you have mental health problems and you understand that you're not qualified in any way, shape, or form to be a product pusher in that category. Because if you don't have any mental health training, you're just a salesperson in an MLM that at the end of the day, and what are you going to share some quotes as a mental health advocate? Maybe you could do that, but it gets a little weird with the mental health lingo surrounding the company. I'm not a fan.
So you guys, that's what's going on. I'm here. I'm still kicking. I'm fucking killing it. I'm speaking on stages. I'm keynote speaking. You will see me more. It's this revelation. I just think that, 35 was a bitch. 35 was a bitch. I actually saw this, this like Instagram about your 30s and how your 30s like change you. They do. Your 30s, because here's the thing. When I was with Itworks, I chased money, but that's also what was praised. It was like, no one gave a fuck about what you were doing as a top leader unless you like had the newest car, you had a big house, you were making a big paycheck, you were donating big fucking things. Like you just didn't matter if you weren't doing that. It just really fucks with you. And that's what I'm saying too. Like someone just asked me, did I ever earn an award or get recognition for training people? No, I didn't. I got shared when I bought a new house or I got a new car. When I bought my Denali, that's when I was shared.
Yes, the superficial stuff was very much pushed to the front of our line of vision as the little peons. That's what was celebrated. What I can't remember, I can't even tell you how many pictures or graphics we would share of so-and-so on someone like else's team too. So-and-so just bought their car, thanks to this business. Oh, so-and-so bought their Denali, thanks to this business. All this, so many houses, and like that was supposed to be our goals. I had cars on my dream boards, like 2 different cars. I still don't have them. Why? Because who can afford an $80,000 car right now? Really? Who? Not I.
And what I've learned, I've made millions of dollars doing this business. Thank God. Like, I'm so grateful. But what I have learned is that, like, as I'm making my next $1 million, the only signs will be just a very happy mom. Like, you won't know. I'll have new counters, but like here, we praise people's successes, like just like 100% across the board. And I love that. And it is so fucking healthy. I can't even tell you who the #1 earner of Amare is. I actually don't know. Who is it? Do we know? Like, do we know who that is? I missed it. Breastfeeding. Yes, you can, girl. Yes. Actually, I wish that I would have had Happy Juice while I was postpartum. So anyways, I don't know. Do you guys have any questions? I had to come up here and speak on this. I just have to tell you because that's why I left. How many people heard otherwise? Oh my God, the fucking random rumors that I heard about me. I heard that I was paid $40,000 to leave, that, I was flown in and swept away. I didn't even go to that damn company until after I had already joined and was promoting. I was never paid shit. Like, what the hell? It's just sad. And I wish I would have said otherwise, but I was just so overwhelmed and scared of everything that had gone. Like, I was focusing on trying to build my business. I just left my business. I'm trying to focus on my new freaking business. I'm not trying to be over here. Like, how do you, it would be like my husband coming and accusing me of cheating. How the hell do I prove to you that I'm not cheating if I'm not cheating? Like, there's no proof. Do you know what I'm saying? Stupid.
Right. It's almost like a scare tactic.
Yeah. Tell me the rumors. Like, I'm sure you did. And it's funny because #1, those people are leaving now. #2, it was 100% because they were trying to protect their business. I'm very certain that a lot of people were shitting bricks when I left because they were like, oh, fuck. Because I always used to say, Don't be afraid. Like, nothing's wrong. Like, the company's amazing. Don't worry until I left. And then I fucking left. And then I didn't even say anything because I was just scared. I was so scared. So scared. The amount of people, thank you for following me, Diana. The number of people who, this is what's really messed up. And I'll tell you this too. So if you're like a leader and you're like, I would love to partner with you, but I'm like, girl, I don't know. I'm burnt the fuck out. Like, this industry, it like gives me PTSD. This is what I'm going to tell you. And this is why I said what I said before. You will have psychological roadblocks that you're going to have to deal with and address. You will. You are not broken. You do not suck. You have PTSD. That is why you feel the way that you do. There's no other way to say it. Okay? You will. So when you partner with me, we will FaceTime like this.
So anyways, you're scared to join an MLM. So when you join me, why is that the solution? Like, why is the assumption not that people can flourish in another industry or like the dreaded corporate life, which you can still find like full-time or part-time, like work from home positions. God forbid people did that instead of working for free in hopes of a check.
And I'm going to say, tell me about all the things. And I'm going to sit here and you're going to tell me this. And I'm going to do my little Jedi mind thing that I do. That's like my weird gift. And I'm going to be like, okay, this is going to be your problem. This is going to be your problem. And this is going to be your problem. You will probably not deal with this until 3 months from now. You will probably not deal with this until 5 months from now. And you will deal with this in 1 year. Because it's just true. Everybody just thinks it's puppy dogs and rainbows that you're going to jump into a company. It's 1 in 100,000, I would say, that goes to a company and just like happens to spark something where like oodles of people join them.
Oh, but the solution is definitely to join Amare, right? It's like when MLMers are like, here's what you need to look for in an MLM, and they're describing their MLM and like think you're too stupid to figure that out, that's all that is. They're only telling you to look out for things that their MLM provides, and none of it is a steady, reliable paycheck.
And if you're joining a company because you're like crossing your fingers, hoping to be one of those people, you like, girl, good luck. Good luck. I did not officially get sued, no.
Good luck in any MLM, because it's probably not going to happen in any MLM, Amare included.
I got handed paperwork, but there was nothing, I didn't do anything. So there was nothing to sue. But I sure as fuck got letters in the mail and was like, scared out of my fucking mind. I was scared to post. I was scared to do anything. But I mean, like, isn't that the point? To try to like stop you? I mean, 100%, right?
Well, yeah, because if you don't stop yourself with blame, shame, and guilt, then they're going to have to do it legally. Like, because their reputation cannot withhold people talking about their experience with their company. But that would say more about the company than I think the individual who is just a rep.
Okay, I'm trying to see the comments. I have to look on my, wait, are they here? Oh, they're there now. Okay, hold on. I stopped posting. Also hated, well, and it wasn't that, like, here's the deal. The way that I'm going to teach you to build your business, you're going to build your business however it is that you need to build your business. And I also think that there's, like, I always say there's no rules to how you build your business, but then I'm always like, here's the rule, but they're different. You know what I mean? You're told to pray about it when you need strategy. I had a freaking friend who was a top leader who didn't know what the hell she was doing. And I shit you not, a corporate person sent her a Bible study. Girl, like, yeah, we all need Jesus.
Are you fucking kidding me? I don't know which one could be more insulting to come from the corporate staff. You don't have work ethic, or people these days don't have work ethic, or a Bible study.
I love Jesus. Yes, dude, but what is that going to do to help solve the fucking business problem? So stupid. They're alive and kicking. Yep. Okay, so anyways, and listen, and if you're there and you're like, I love the coffee, I'm happy, then be happy. Be happy. Do that. There's people who sell nail stickers. I fucking love those nail stickers, dude. There's people who sell nail stickers and they love what they do. There's people who sell monat and they love what they do. But that's the point. Go do something that you love to freaking do. That is why I left, because I did not love it. And I couldn't wake up and lie anymore. You know what I mean? And how do you tell your team? If I would have had a Zoom meeting with my team and said this to them, I would have been sued, because they would have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That has to be so scary, because then you just, the alternative, and it seems like is what she may have had to do, is just sort of disappear And then the next thing they see is an announcement that she's no longer in the company. Like, that has to be so disheartening. Like, even to people who weren't under her leadership. Like, just, like, what if I was still in and I saw that? I would have been like, wait, what the fuck? It was like when my upline left, I was like, wait, what? What? What?
I've been like, oh, you did this to try to recruit everybody. You know what I mean? So it's like, no matter what I would have done, I had to just do nothing. That's what I had to do. We were told y'all took a big sign-on bonus. Yeah, I got paid nothing. I got paid nothing to go, so I did it. But I mean, like, I think that that just probably makes them feel better, right? Like, it would make people feel better to think that I got a ton of money to leave. I was making more money than the monthly than the sign-on bonus that I was offered. Supposedly, that wasn't like a real thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's just stupid. It just doesn't make any sense. All right, hold on. I didn't have comments until now. So I'm like, I worked so hard. It was impossible. I mean, some people made really good income. And that's the thing too. Like, you know, like I have people who do amare and do TikTok shop. Do multiple things, dude. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, and it works. People were not encouraged to do like more than one thing. Like, I feel like the culture was very much so all your eggs in one basket. I didn't see, for most of my time in Itworks, I didn't see people doing 2 MLMs, especially not top reps. You wouldn't see, from what I remember, top reps or anyone else doing Itworks and like any sort of other affiliate marketing. Like, we really didn't see that because it wasn't encouraged. Because it was kind of like that mentality that I had was like, if you saw the products that you were talking about needed to be from Itworks. So like if someone like a sideline sister was using like a different face wash and not the face wash that Itworks had, I was like side-eyeing them.
You know what I'm saying? Like, go do that. Go do that. If that is what you want to do, that's fine. I will help you build your freaking business, you know? I think like over the last like years, like as I've left and I've been kind of trying to heal, and I was like also scared to do anything because, first of all, so you guys know, when you leave, when you sign like a contract with them, like if you're with that company, you can't recruit or whatever for 2 years. So I literally held my breath for 2 years, and I'm out of that 2 years, but I was only out of that 2 years, December.
Does she mean like people who were in Itworks, or does she mean like you can't recruit for even like the new company you can't recruit for? I'm a little confused.
So then, like, once the weight of that was off of my shoulders, I literally cried. And again, not because I was like, oh, I'm so happy that like I can be shitty now. Because again, I've never been shitty. I've never done anything shitty. It's like so interesting over the years, the crazy shit that I've heard about me. I heard from someone who that someone said, who I thought was like a really good friend of mine, that like, oh, she's not that great. I met her in person and she was like really standoffish. Yeah, bitch, because I was on oodles of Xanax just to be able to go on these.
Kind of goes to show you that you can't just trust what these MLMs put forth online. You should still exercise caution that what she's saying online might not, because of what she's telling us, might not reflect what's really going on.
Fucking trips. Are you kidding? It's just so weird. There was a girl who left to go to like Monat, which is the shampoo company. And she was there and she was like trying to recruit people. And she was like, oh, her and I were best friends. You know, and she's not everything that she's cracked up to be and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, who? Like someone messaged me this. And I'm like, she's like, I just want to let you know that this person's saying this about you so you can defend yourself. And I'm like, what was this person's name? And she told me, and I was like, dude, I don't even know who this is. And she said, and I quote, you're like actually joking, right? Because she's making it sound like you guys are best friends. I'm like, I don't even know who you're talking.
This could be true, but also something that we did in Itworks was like, we would make our posts and we're like, oh, my friend blank lost 10 pounds using whatever the post would be. So like that was kind of the thinking, because it was like they had slogans like one team, one mission. So you're thinking like, yeah, it's fine if I say like she's my friend or whatever, because we're one team, one mission and we're all in this together and blah, blah, blah. So that could be kind of like more of what was going on there. Not that it couldn't be just like exactly what she's saying, but I think it could also be more like she worded it as though they're really friends when they're not, because of the culture that was in Itworks at the time.
About God, yeah, I don't fucking know. Oh my God. Just you saying that shows the difference because those leaders were whatever leaders and nothing. Like if you even thought, yes. I mean, if you ever went to an event and I had like 70 people in a line to take pictures with me, which I was so honored, like how amazing. But you have to remember that I built my business in the middle of the nowhere in just my living room. So then when I went to an event and there were all these people like crying because they're like, I'm so happy to meet you. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm not Justin Bieber. What is going on? Like it was so overwhelming. So I had to just take Xanax to survive. Happy Juice, you guys, 4 months of being on Happy Juice, the anxiety that I had my entire life is gone. How about them apples? I was told about you almost exactly. See? And this is who I am. This is who I am. This isn't a fucking facade. This is just who I am. I down here. She probably jumped off 45 minutes ago because I was cussing and she doesn't like it. Oh, God. Chances are if you meet me, I'm going to hug you. But I also had to learn, guys. Like, I didn't build my business to have a fan club. I built my business to just pay my bills. You know what I mean? One of the reasons why I left is because the way that they treated people, they wanted you to blackball people. Yeah. I'm just one of those people that like, I say what I mean and I mean what I say. And like, if I'm not saying something, there's a reason. So good luck to oodles of people. There's tons and 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 tons of people that are posting today that they're leaving. I know exactly where they're going. And I don't know, guys. I feel like this decision that you guys are making is because it's so similar to what you're used to. And I just feel like, I don't know, time will tell. Like I really, yes, they can. I don't feel good about it. And that's why I was saying, I made a post. If you guys haven't seen it, go read my post. But I was saying, you really need to sit here and think about who it is who you're joining, what they're doing for you, because it's so much more than like, we have the best compensation plan and like the cheap products and no, all.
Yeah, you should definitely be asking what the MLM is going to do for you. Yeah. How much are they paying? Can you live off of that? How realistic is it that you're going to make like whatever your goal is? Any money if we're looking at profit. But I would venture if those were any of your goals or like things you're looking for, when you're not getting caught up in the, oh, maybe you could do this if you being sold a dream and getting emotionally invested. We're not dealing with that. If we're just looking at how likely is it that you will see like markers for success that I mentioned, you're not going to find it in MLM. Most people not going to find it. And even if you do, it might not be all it's cracked up to be, like she's describing right now. She's making it sound like everything's amazing, glitter, poop, and rainbows in her new MLM, but she made it seem that way when she was in the first MLM. And it wasn't all that, was it?
Volume based. Like there's so much more to building a business and being successful than just the flashy shit. Okay? There's more. I always had to buy to keep rank. Yeah. So with Amare, this is a really good question. So with Amare, first of all, your customer volume, so you can promote, I can drop my comp. The only thing that's different from this video that I'm sharing right now in the comments is that, is that we have daily pay now. So you can get paid every single day. So if you enrolled like a Happy Juice customer today, you can get paid tomorrow. So that's really the only difference. Yes, Catherine, and we have kids Happy Juice. We have kids products, just so you know. If you have a personal product order, it's called Subscribe and Save. With Amare, you can earn so many free and discounted products. Every single month from the 1st to the 15th, if you get one enrollment, you get a free product credit. So like outside of my Happy Juice, so many of the products that I have were stuff that I didn't even have to buy. Every single month, once you promote, and this is crazy, and you maintain it, you get ridiculous amounts. So every month that I maintain my rank, I'm getting 200 in product credit points every month.
I also want to know what those credit points like look like in practice. Like, is 200 credit points the equivalent of 20 cents, $20, $2? Like, what does that mean? Because what the fuck am I going to do with $2 in Amare? So I really want to know what that kind of looks like, and how realistic it is in practice, not in how she's selling it. Because if it was as amazing and crazy and just so incredible as she's making it sound to be, more people would be doing it. More people on her team would be at her rank, whatever it is.
So I thought it was just the month you promoted when I first joined. Okay, it was 200 points. I'm like, damn, that's a lot of points, right? So then I got them again. And then I got him again, and then I got him again, and then I got him again. And I was like, dude, is something wrong? So I messaged my upline and I was like, is something wrong? Because I just keep getting these product points. She goes, yeah, it's every month that you are maintaining your rank, you get these product points. And I was like,
But you should be getting free product in this company anyway. It shouldn't be so, like, I understand that it stands out, especially from being in itworks. Like, I can understand it's a huge difference. And I could see it being a selling point to jumping to another MLM, which is kind of crazy despite everything she's told us. Like, so freaked out, but ready to jump back in. We did not learn enough lessons about how MLMs will turn on you, huh?
What? I've never experienced that you could earn free and discounted products and stuff like that. So you don't have to have a personal product order set up to be eligible. No, you don't. You can do it with a product, like a customer. No, customer or an order.
But how is that different than any other MLM that has something similar like that? Like, I feel like that's one of the things that MLMs will say is like, no, you don't have to buy product every month to get your check. You can just have like whatever the customer sales you need under your account and then you can get it. Okay, but that's still a quota. So you're not getting your check one way or another, are you? That's how it sounds right now. I could be wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what it sounds like. And how does that work with daily pay? Because how is daily pay attractive if you have to meet stipulations to get the daily pay? That kind of just sounds like bullshit.
It's so simple. You know what I mean? And I think that what it is I think that most people aren't afraid to like use a product. It's just, does anybody feel like, okay, because I want to say before I get off, this is what I want to say. I want to tell you guys that first of all, I'm sorry if you were with that company. I'm sorry that I left and it felt just like all of a sudden, like there was like an anti-MLM person who made a video about it and she was going through all these people who left and she goes, the one that's like the most surprising, it was me. And it was because I just was posting whatever and then one day and then I just changed. I was leaving. I'm sorry for the people who felt like the rug was pulled out from underneath them. I'm sorry for the people who like when you really look up to someone and you feel so connected and then they like do something that's like, whoa. And then you see other people who supposedly know them say all this crazy shit about them. And like, I didn't defend myself. In your brain, you have to be like, oh, this must be true then because she's not saying otherwise. And it can make you, it makes you feel like let down. So there are people who have like, they like hate my stinking guts now because they just think I'm like some terrible sellout who whatever. And I never did that.
Yeah. And once again, I do want to say that I am grateful that she's putting this out here because this can happen in any MLM. This isn't special for the company she was in. This isn't like a special circumstance that MLMs want you to shut the fuck up when you leave and not take people with you. It's not unique to the company. And I think that it's important for people, I'm glad she's doing this on her public Facebook so that people in her company who are thinking of joining or they're in some other MLM and they're joining, that this can happen to you. So you can rise in an MLM and this can happen to you. You might be in a position where you feel like you have to cut and leave from the company, like everything you've built, cut and leave. And be in fear for years to speak up about your experience. This can happen to you. And it's not special to that company. Like, I'm so glad she's doing that because now people can be more aware of when they're being sold the dream of success in an MLM. Now they can be more aware that they might achieve the dream in MLM. They have to restart the dream every month. I don't know. And then it can be taken away from you, or you feel like you can't go to another company because you're going to be too scared. And, legal stuff can be thrown your way. And it doesn't go anywhere because you never deserved it. Like in her case, it seems.
I got paid to leave. I never was given anything. Like, I just did it because I couldn't do it anymore, guys. Life is too short to be miserable. There's more to your wellness than just your weight. I couldn't sell weight loss products anymore. Now, do I talk about weight? Yes, but it's like your whole wellness. Happy Juice. Let me go find it. We have a lot of products, guys. We've got more products that are coming too. We have a lot of products. They're amazing. Yes, we have kids happy juice. We have kids happy juice, but you can also give them adult happy juice. The kids happy juice is like, it's kind of like a juice box. It tastes really good. But some of my kids like a different like flavor and stuff like that. So this is how happy juice comes. Let me break this down for you, okay? So happy juice is clinically proven to regulate your cortisol levels. Clinically proven. Everybody says like, oh, our thing does something with cortisol. No, bitch, it has vitamin C in it.
Clinically proven, but let's talk about what went into the clinical trials. Shall we? Are we going to be bare and honest about that so we can all be impressed. What about us screens? Us super curious screens. And we're really curious about the numbers and everything like that.
That's not the same thing, okay? So this is proven to regulate your cortisol levels, lower inflammation. This is specifically a mental wellness product. However, there are people who lose weight on it because it is regulating like your hormone levels. Oh, that's the dogs. I don't know if you guys can hear that. It will lower anxiousness, lower depressive thoughts. It's clinically proven to do.
Making claims like this, I think, is wild to do. Because if you don't have hormone issues, and if you happen to be a woman, how is it what does it mean to regulate your hormone levels when your hormone levels are different each week of the month? Is it regulating them to like what? Like if they're where it's supposed to be at each week in the month, how is it regulating them if nothing's wrong with them? Don't you think a test, like what I understand, healthcare is a mess right now. Please, yes. But if you really think you're having hormonal issues, then you need to go talk to a doctor. You need to go get that tested. You need to advocate for yourself if you think it's possible. Okay, so you can get some testing done or some like fucking peace of mind. Like, please, not a poo-poo powder packet from a poo-poo powder packet pusher. How is that the solution? That sounds like just a Band-Aid, maybe. Or what if it made it worse? Or what if it did nothing?
Do these things. Like if you are a mom that is struggling with brain fog and you are just at like a low right now, or you have anxiousness, depressive thoughts, ridiculous cortisol levels, this will change your life. So it comes in a box like this. This is how your pack will come. And it comes in mango, grape, watermelon, or strawberry.
All right, we're done with this one. I've been filming for almost 3 hours. So if you guys like this video, give a little likesy poo. I'm tired. I've lost my energy for life. If you give a likesy poo, if you comment here to share with the class, leave that down below. And if you super like this video, share it with your besties. And make sure you are subscribed so you get to see all of my videos. Thank you guys again, and I will see you in the next one.